In this video, I will show you how to avoid huge, costly, and sometimes deadly to your fish mistakes when setting up your aquarium. I have years of experience in fish keeping, and I currently have 5 tanks from which I yearly raise and sell several hundreds of tropical fish. While doing this, I set up new tanks all the time, and I know what works. I have added my own dry and raw humor to the video to make it fun to watch, and at the end of this video, I will show you an awesome clip growing stir-by corridor fry into juveniles. You don't want to miss that. Let's get started! Can we put the fish in now? Definitely not. First, we have the 3 P's. Peas. The 3 P's. No, not peas, but peas. The first P, patience. Aquariums use natural processes that take time. We need patience to allow time for the processes to happen. The second P, planning. Where are you going to put your tank? You want to put it close to a faucet because carrying buckets of water up and down a hall or stairs can get very tiring. Put it close to an electrical outlet. Having a bunch of extension cords can be very dangerous. Place your aquarium where it is peaceful for the fish or where you can spend time enjoying them, like a family room or den. You don't want to spook your fish and have them always hiding, and you definitely don't want to knock over your aquarium. The third P, preparation. Gather some things you'll need from around the house. A pitcher, a bowl, paper towels, plastic bin, and some Dawn dishwashing liquid. Go shopping for these: power strip or extension cord with multiple outlets, a new 3 or 5 gallon bucket not shown, only put aquarium water in it, the chlorinator, filter, an air pump not shown, heater, lid not shown, tank, and light, and a background for the aquarium. Fish seem to be happy with darker backgrounds. For this video, I will use a 2.5 gallon tank like this one because it is small enough for me to easily demonstrate concepts to you. For a beginner, I recommend a 20 or 40 gallon tank. Also, buy aquarium gravel or sand, about 1 pound per gallon of water your tank holds, a few plants and root tabs to fertilize the ones you plant in the gravel, decorations, and of course your fish. About 1 inch of fish per gallon. Can we put in the fish now? No, we don't even have the tank set up. Patience, my friend. Prepare the tank. Clean your tank with a drop or 2 of Dawn dishwashing liquid inside and out. Use a paper towel to help you rinse out the inside and out of your tank. Then rinse the tank until all of the Dawn is completely rinsed out. No more bubbles. Use Dawn because it will completely rinse out of your tank. Important. Only grab or hold your tank from the bottom, not the top of your sides. If your tank has metal rims like this one, hold it by the rims, not the glass on the bottom of the tank. These tanks are designed to hold the weight of the tank on the rims, not the bottom glass. Next, let's test your aquarium for leaks. You can put the tank on a couple of paper towels like this, fill it with water, and then come back and check periodically the paper towel to see if it got wet. If it did, then you might have a leak. You can check it out further. Putting a background on the tank. The first thing we want to do with mine, your instructions may differ, so use instructions. If it's an all-glass aquarium, put a towel underneath it to level out the support for uneven surfaces. The all-glass tanks are designed to sit on a very flat surface. Now that the tank is prepped, can we put the fish in now? No, not yet. Patience. We have to do a few more things first. Do you know what they are? Add gravel or sand. Now let's put in your gravel or sand. But first, a little demo. I have some brand new gravel in this plastic container here. It looks nice and clean, doesn't it? Now I'm going to add some clean water to it. See, there's some stuff floating around in here. That's not good because it's kind of dusty. Can't see that very well. So, rinse your gravel before putting it into your aquarium. One moment while I rinse this off. Okay, I have it. Now we do want to make the gravel a little higher and back than we have it in front. Can we put in the fish now? No, we still don't have the water in it. What we want to do next is add the plants. It's easier to add the plants now before we put the water in. That's easy peasy, right? Nope. Let's see what can go wrong when we're planting our plants. If you like this video or find it helpful, please click the subscribe button and like this video below. I think it would be awesome if you post in the comments your experience with setting up your fish tanks, the mistake you have made, and the awesome tanks you've set up. Feel free to post pictures. In the video description below, I have links to Amazon that you can use to put your many fish keeping products. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases from Amazon. In the description, I also have links that you can use to sign up for a free trial of Amazon Prime. With Amazon Prime, you can get many fish supplies delivered to you for free, often within a day. Please support this channel at Patreon or buy me a coffee. I have links to my Patreon and buy me a coffee pages in the video description and in my channel page. Supporters will be listed in the in-screen credits of my videos and the video and channel descriptions. Depending on the level of support, supporters will have access to exclusive benefits, weekly tips, behind-the-scenes videos, and 30-minute weekly chats. As a bonus, at the end of this clip, I have an incredible video of my stir-by corridors growing from teeny tiny fry to miniature adults. You don't want to miss that. Now, let's talk about adding our plants. What could possibly go wrong? Add plants. Here I have 3 plants. And another one there. I have intentionally made 2 mistakes when planting them. Can you spot them? One is obvious, the other mistake not so obvious. Let's start with this plant, with the roots sticking up. This one has an obvious crown where the leaves and roots meet. This is an Amazon sword plant, by the way. Bird plants like these crown plants like this, so that the gravel comes up to the crown. And then what we want to do is we want to fertilize it. This plant gets its food from the gravel, so we need to give it some food. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some of these root tabs. I'm going to put 4 of these around it. Next, what about this plant that's just laying there on the gravel? This is a mistake, right? Because it's not even planted. Nope. This is called a stem plant. It actually gets its nutrients from the water, and it likes to just float around in the water. And as you, this small right now, it grows pretty. All the stem plants grow fairly fast, and so it won't be long. It'll be taking over the top of this tank. So if it's not this plant that's just loose in there, where did I mess up? Well, we've only got 1 plant left, right? Let's look at it. I did have it buried in there. I had all those roots and stuff buried. But if we look at this thing real closely, we can see it actually has a stem that all the roots are going through out of, like a vine. These are called rhizome type plants, because this is actually called a rhizome that it grows from. And what you want to do with these is we use these for decorations. You really don't want to, if you want to put it in the gravel, you want to put it so that the rhizome is just on top of the gravel. Or what we often use these things for is decorating. What we do is we're going to glue these things, glue those aerial roots and I can take this thing like this and I can stick it just on the surface of the sand if I want, of the gravel, or I can stick it in a little hole, a little cavity in driftwood or rock, and it's going to start growing there. Those roots are going to start going to grab onto that rock, and we're just going to stick it in here wherever we want. Can we put the fish in now? No, we still don't have water. Then is it time for water? No, we still need to do a couple more things. Add decoration, filter, and heater. Your decorations, filter, and heater are straightforward, except for two things you need to do to prevent disasters. One is that to have a backflow valve between your air pump and your filter that keeps water from flowing back from your tank should power go out, through the air hose and down into your pump, shorting it out when the power comes back on, flooding your floor, and possibly starting a fire from the pump shorting out. Most of the valves like these that you use to divide and control your airflow come with the backflow valves, or you can just buy the valves separately at a local pet store. Check your package to make sure that it states that they have backflow valves. The second thing is to have drip loops like this for electrical cords coming out of your tank, such as the cords for your heater or a light. This way, any water coming down your cord will drip from the bottom of the loop before going to an electrical device, shorting it out and starting a fire. Another caution is don't plug your heater in until you have added your water at the end. Unless it has a special sensor that turns the heater off when out of water, a heater will burn up without being in water to cool it down. Okay, got the decorations in, air pump, filter, heater. Can we add the fish in now? No, not just yet. We still need to add the water. Question for you. How can we add the water without destroying our planting of our plants and our great decorations? I've got the answer for you in the next section. Add water, dechlorinator, hood, and light. Look at that pretty tank with gravel nicely leveled, plants planted, and here's our crystal clear water. Remember this? No! This time, I'm going to put a little lid in the tank, just on top of the gravel. For a larger tank, I would use a bowl or a plate. Now, when I pour the water in the tank onto the lid, in the middle of the lid, this will spread out the force of the water that I pour into the tank. And it should do much, much better. Let's see. When they get deeper, I can pour that water in faster. Whoopsie. Much, much better. Now I'm going to take that lid out. And I'll put a little bit more water in at the end after I've added my fish. I want to leave room for doing things. So let's plug in our pump and our heater. Decoration. All right. Well, now we need to add the chlorinator. I use this little liquid soap dispenser. I've measured it out for this size tank. I need about 1/2 of this fish. I put a little bit in there for extra. It doesn't hurt. Now, the next step for you would be to put on the hood and the light and plug them in. I'm not going to do that so you can see the tank better. Can we put in the fish now? Yes. Yay! And no. Aww, what do you mean? Well, let's find out. Add fish. Add only about 1/4 of your fish every other week. Don't put them all in now or you will probably kill them all. Let me tell you a story. I recently met a woman at my local fish store just coming out of the store who put all of her fish in immediately, and unfortunately they died. You don't want to do that. Remember the ammonia cycle and that you need to cycle your tank before adding fish to your tank? Well, you can add a few, but only a few, about 1/4 of your fish, immediately after you set up your tank. The fish will poop in the tank, providing the food for the bacteria in the cycle to grow on, making your cycle go faster. Don't rush it. You don't want to kill your fish. When you do add your fish, float them in your tank for 5 to 10 minutes to let the temperatures kind of get close, and then put the fish in. Because this is a 2.5 gallon tank, I'm only going to add one 1-inch fish now, then another next week, and then a third a week later. I've already got a pretty good start on getting my helpful bacteria going by adding this dirty sponge filter. So I have my fish in this plastic container here to let the temperatures adjust and get kind of close to each other. And while we're waiting on that, let's go and watch that great clip on the stir-by corridors growing out. Awesome clip, wasn't it? Now let's add my fish. In 1 week, I'll add the second fish, and then another week, I'll add my third fish. My tank is complete. Awesome, isn't it? Click here for a playlist of my videos for beginning fish keepers. Click here for the next video in this series. Click here to view all of my videos, and click here to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.